าดทก Attack Easy สะอาดหอมคุมครบจบในถุงเดียวมีโปรทั่วไทยตัวเนอะ
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Welcome to Fulton County Stadium here in Atlanta, Georgia, for today's game between the 1983 Baltimore Orioles and the 1995 Atlanta Braves. Well, if you're a 1983 Orioles fan, you're in luck. There are no injuries this year. You remember last year we played everything, injuries and suspensions, and we nicknamed them the Ambulance Chasers. They were so injured they were down to 3 pitchers. They would know that they would have to slug their way to victory, and they would take on aces and score 15 runs. But then they would lose 18-15, and it would be crazy. But this year they have everything, and they are 4-0. They are undefeated so far now. Len Sakata, Cal Ripken Jr. batting second. Murray is third. Renicky is fourth. Ken Singleton is fifth. Dan Ford is 6th, Rick Dempsey is 7th, a former Dodger, the catcher. Leo Hernandez 8th, Al Bumbry is 9th, and Alan Ramirez will be pitching today. The thing you should look at is home runs. 2, 2, 2, 1, and 3. 10 home runs in the first 4 games for their starting lineup. They're looking really good, and they're hitting very well. They're undefeated. On the other side, the Atlanta Braves in 1995, this is the only Atlanta Braves team that won a World Series. They lost in 91, 92, 96, and 99. 91, 92, 96, and 99. And to keep them from being the Buffalo Bills of baseball, they won in 1995. Tarasco, Jones, Ryan Klesko will lead off the game. Fred McGriff, David Justice, Mark Lemke, Charlie O'Brien, the catcher, Mike Mordecai, the center fielder, and Rafael Belliard, the shortstop. Ken Merker will be pitching today. This is the 5th pitcher in all the rotations. So as you're taking a look, the 5th pitcher in the rotations, this might be a wild day, but I'll tell you what, after this game, every other game We're going to have statistics on all the pitchers. Well, we're about ready to go here. We're about ready for the starting lineup, and singing the starting lineup is Atlanta's own Angelica Hale. Here is the national anthem. So we're ready to go. This is the last year, I believe, of Fulton County Stadium, and we're about ready to go to the field. And here we are, here in Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium. As we're about ready to go here. Let me all set this up. So Merker, the pitcher, O'Brien. This is very big for Atlanta's defensively. You have a catcher, O'Brien, pitcher Merker, McGriff at first, Lemke at second, Belliard at short. Chipper Jones at third, Klesko in left, Mordecai in center field, and David Justice in right. For Baltimore, they got Sakata, Ripken, and Murray to start off. Then Renicky, Singleton, Ford, Dempsey, Hernandez, and Bunbury. Sakata will start off, one of the weak links here. And here we go, ready to go for the Atlanta Braves. We're about ready to start. We're underway. That's going to be a shot to left, shot to the third, to first, and they got an out, one out. So looking good here. That's one pitch, one out. That's exactly what you want. There we go. It got kind of messed up a little bit. Here comes Cal Ripken Jr. now. And Ripken Jr. And that's going to be in for a strike. So that's going to be inside for a strike, Ripken. And that's going to be a shot right to the pitcher. They'll throw to first. They're going to get two outs here. So way to start this. And here comes Lemke. Here comes Eddie Murray. And that's going to be over for a strike. So Eddie Murray. Inside, they foul it away. So Eddie Murray at first base. He's hitting .252 home runs, 4 RBI. That's going to be foul there. The 0-2 to Eddie Murray. And that's going to be low, 1-2. Beautiful day. And that's going to be foul again. So again, the 1-2. Trying for an inning. Less than 10 pitches. A high pop fly. Center field. And that's going to be Mike Mordecai with the catch. And after a half inning of play, Baltimore of 83 got nothing, and Atlanta will come to bat. For Atlanta, you have Tarasco, Jones, and Klesko. Tarasco is the DH. McGriff, Justice, Lemke, O'Brien, Mordecai, and Belliard. And here comes Tarasco, the DH. And the first pitch here. It's going to be outside, ball 1. So Tarasco, the DH, hitting 2 of 17. He does have a home run. That's going to be a high pop fly to left field. And underneath, it's going to be 1 out. So 1 out there, and here's Jones, Chipper Jones. 278, 2 home runs, 7 RBI. And that's going to be way inside, ball 1. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 214. That's going to be fouled away, 1-1. Boy, the Orioles employ a very aggressive pitching tactic. That's going to be a shot to right field. This one's going to the wall. And here he goes to second base. This could be a triple. Let's see if they throw it in. The slide to second base, and it will be a double. So he didn't really need to slide. He just got in there. Chipper Jones at second. And here's Singleton. So Singleton, I got to get rid of this start at whatever, 08. Boy, this is really starting well. So here's Ryan Klesko. Singleton is in right field. That's going to be a pitch on the outside corner, a strike. Singleton for the Braves. That's going to be outside, 1-1. Ryan Klesko, actually, sorry about that for the Braves. I got to get used to the little writing, which I like. It tells you who's playing defense there. This is deep to right field, and this is gone. It's fair, and it's a 2-0 Atlanta lead. And Atlanta goes ahead very quickly in the bottom of the first inning, and they go ahead 2-0. A home run by Ryan Klesko, his second of the year. That goes 391 feet, and Atlanta up 2-0. A lot of people here, and two really good teams. That's going to be a pitch outside. That's going to be a ball. That's Fred McGriff. He's hitting 167. There's a homer and 3 RBI. These are aggressive hitting teams. That's going to be fouled off, 1-1. Ramirez has given up a 2-run home run. That's going to be to left field. It's going to be foul again, 1-2 with an out. So 2-run home run by Ryan Klesko. It's going to be low, 2-2. Alan Ramirez, his 13th pitch. Low again, it'll be 3-2. A full count with 1 out. Fred McGriff. Get on, keep this going. He's going to strike him out. So Ramirez gets his first strikeout of the day. There's going to be 2 outs. Here's David Justice. Hitting 176, no homers and an RBI, but he does have a stolen base, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tarasco got out, Chipper Jones doubled, and Klesko hit a home run. There you go. That's the first inning. This will be high to right field. That's going to be foul. So now we got 0-2. That's going to be fouled off again. Still 0-2, and Ramirez trying to get rid of him. And oh, it's going to be a ball, and that one is going to be right there. We have pitches right here. That's going to go up here. And then we're going to have the out-of-town scoreboard. And that thing is going to go right here. That's going to be good in the upper left. And that's what you need. That one was tough. You have it in the middle for a reason. Actually, we'll put it right here. So that one was a little bit down. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sorry, little glitches here in the fifth game. That's all right, though. It'll be 2-2. Ramirez for the 20-pitch inning, a little bit more than what he wants. Inside, it's going to be full. With 2 outs, Justice has to be careful here. Ramirez can walk him and still be okay. That's going to be fouled off again. This will be the 8th pitch. Atlanta leading 2-0. Ball 4 and they walk him. And that's going to be a very big walk here in Fulton County Stadium. And here's Mark Lemke. Lemke a third, hitting a third. 2 homers and 5 RBI. That's going to be jammed him. This will be short, should be an out at first, and it is. And at the end of the first inning, the score is Atlanta 2 and Baltimore nothing. So here comes Gary Renicky, 294, 2 home runs, 3 RBI. As we begin the second inning, that one is inside. It's going to be ball 1. Very big for Renicky, who's 5 of 17. 2 of his hits have been home runs. They're pitching him inside again, ball 2. They're a little bit afraid of his power, but Ken Singleton is the one that's absolutely going crazy. And that's going to be low 3-0. New York up on Tampa Bay, 3-0. Pitch to Renicky, and ball 4, and he'll go to first. So as you can see, Renicky will be on first base. He's the first batter of the inning. And here's Ken Singleton. Offensively, they're powerful. They are, but power slumps. You'd rather, oh, that was a weird curveball, and that's going to be a strike. 1 strike on Singleton. Pitch there, it's going to be a strike again. He's quickly behind 0-2. The 0-2 to Ken Singleton. Struck him out, and that's 3 pitches and 1 out for Merker, who did a really good job. Here's Ford, the DH. Walked in his only time up. He had an RBI or a sacrifice or something. Pitch there, that's going to be a strike, 4 in a row. 4 strikes in a row for Merker, and that's going to be a hard shot, could be 2. Picked up, thrown to second, thrown to first, and they get the double play, and that's going to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Baltimore still has not had a hit yet. They've walked, though. Bottom of the second inning, here's O'Brien now. The catcher, Charlie O'Brien. Not many people remember him as a pitcher. He crowds the plate. And that's going to be foul. So O'Brien now. That's going to be shot to right field, and it's going to hit for a base hit. It'll be the 3rd Atlanta hit of the day. Only in the bottom of the second inning. Both these teams are really good. Baltimore's undefeated at 4-0. Atlanta's 3-1. Of course, you're playing in the league. You play everybody once at home and once on the road. That's a hard shot to left. And that's 2 straight pitches, 2 straight hits. It'll be first and second with nobody out. So we're up to 4 hits on the day. Here's Rafael Belliard. Rafael Belliard, the shortstop. Bottom of the second inning. It's going to be low ball 1. Alan Ramirez has not had a great day today. That's going to be a high pop fly left field. This one will be caught. The question is, will they run to third? And they won't, so they stop them. It could have been a double sacrifice. You could have had that, but they're not going to get him at third. And here comes Tarasco, Tony Tarasco, the DH. That's going to be a strike. The 0-1 to Tarasco. That's going to be outside, 1-1. Tarasco, the DH, hitting 111. Ball 2, that one is low. Braves up 2-0. That's a hard shot to left. This might score. Let's see. Are they going to wave him around third to throw home? And this one is out. He got him. He got him. It was a throw home, and it was a horrible camera angle, but they tag him at home, and that's out number 3, out number 2. So a play at the plate, and the Braves are out. The Orioles, that was a great throw. A terrific throw by Renicky. Renicky gets the assist. That's going to be low ball 1. Here's Jones, Chipper Jones, 1 for 1 today. Remember, he had the double. And it gets away, and going to third base, that's going to be big, is Mordecai. Carrasco will go to second, and it's 2-0. Don't want to load him up for Klesko. That's going to be fouled off, 2-1. 2-1. That's going to be outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Ramirez to Jones. High pop fly deep left field. Going back more, and it's gone! A 3-run shot. A 3-run shot by Chipper Jones. He has a double and a home run today, and a 430-foot shot has put Atlanta up 5-0. Put them up 5-0. During the regular season, we're with these games until we get a pennant run. With about 15 games left. With about 10 games left, we do countdown days, where we just do it by the day. And so we're in this game no matter what. That's going to be a ball, 1-0. So the 1-0. And that's going to be a strike, 1-1. 40th pitch. And that's going to be a ball 2. He's hitting .412. This is Ryan Klesko. That's going to be 3-1. I'm interested, really, to see how much the pitch is going to be fouled away, that Baltimore can come back. You know, if they can come back and make a game or win this game, that's going to be big. A pop fly to right field. He already has a home run, and he is 2 home runs. 2 home runs today. 2 for 2 for Ryan Klesko. And it's a back-to-back home run, and it is Atlanta leading 6-0. In a game in which Atlanta is winning by a lot. And here comes McGriff. McGriff hitting 158. That's going to be a strike on the inside with 2 outs. Right now, Alan Ramirez not doing great. High, and that was a horrible swing there. Look at it, even out of the picture. Need a new graphic for that. It's going to be the 0-2. They're just throwing it anywhere, knowing it'll swing. So McGriff hitting 158, and you can see why. It's going to be inside ball 2, 2-2. Alan Ramirez having a very difficult day today. That's going to be a shot and a base hit. The question is, how long will Ramirez go? You don't want to pull a guy in the 2nd inning, because that hurts. And there it is. Mike Flanagan will come in. Flanagan has an inning pitched, and this kind of messes up your staff when you have a starter that can't go all the way. So here's David Justice. Of course, last year they had a guy that only lasted. That's going to be the throw to first. He's safe. They only had 3 pitchers. So here's Flanagan at 6-0. That's going to be a strike. 6-0 Atlanta leads Baltimore. That's going to be another strike. Quickly 0-2. They're going to try and get David Justice here. Swing and a miss, and they get him. So that's going to be the end of the inning. At the end of 2 innings, it's Atlanta 6 and Baltimore nothing. So we're about ready to go here. At top of the 3rd inning, they got Dempsey, Hernandez, and Bunbury. So here's Rick Dempsey, and that's going to be outside a ball 1-0. So Rick Dempsey, he's trying something now here in the 3rd inning. At least they got time. That's the biggest thing. Of course, with time, you have to be able to stop them too. That's a long comeback versus a short comeback. Is you have to, it's a time element. Strike out there. You know, the thing with a short comeback is if you do everything right, you're going to come back and win. Because they have less chances. Here's Hernandez. A long comeback, you got to keep stopping them. I mean, you might end up scoring 8, but if they end up scoring 10, you lose. Pitch to Hernandez, who has 3 home runs again. That's going to be outside 1-1. He's hitting .253 home runs and 6 RBI. That's going to be a swing and a miss, 1-2. 1-2 with an out. Boston 3, Texas 1. Boston of 86 is beating St. Louis of 85. That's going to be inside 2-2. 2-2. That's going to be a little looper, and this one will go foul. 6-0. They're still looking for a hit. They've had base runners. And a little blooper, and that's going to be a catch. Oh, what a catch, and that's Mark Lemke, and that's going to be 2 outs. Only 28 pitches for Kent Merker. Here's Al Bunbury. Bunbury, that's going to be a strike. This is setting the tone this year for games. Because right now, Bunbury, in a swing and a miss here, it'll be 0-2. If Atlanta can hold on and win this game, though, even though it's early on, and that's going to be low ball 1. Even though it's early on, they know that they can hang. At least at home with some of the best. The pitch, it's going to be fouled away. Still 1-2. Merker wants to get 33 pitches. And that's going to be fouled again. He's going to have to settle for 34. Here's the 34th from Merker. Struck him out, and he's having a heck of a game. You can't beat this game. Another strikeout. And he's given up no hits today. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. So we're about ready to go here. As here is Flanagan. He's going to try and hold. Here's Lemke, O'Brien, and Mordecai. See the pitch, it's going to be low there, 1-0. Oakland in 1990. They already have 9 runs. You're going to see some crazy games here. High pop fly to center field. This is the one thing that Atlanta has. Atlanta has a lot of, how should I say, they have a lot of, oh, here we go. We got a good morning coming in loud and clear. Dave Little, good to see you. Dave Little, I hope you're there. And that's pretty good. Dave Little, thank you very much. Check out his channel. It's a great one. So here we go in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're talking, though, and that's going to be a strike. You know, here comes Charlie O'Brien against Flanagan. Atlanta's 5th starter, and it's going to be 1-1 here. Atlanta has 5 quality starters. And that 5th game, they're really going to be favorites, I would think, in most of their 5th game. Oh, I almost jumped out of the way on that one. They're going to be mostly favorites in all their 5th games. And, you know, other teams are going to have people that they hope they have a good game. And Atlanta's going to have somebody that's going to have a less than 4 ERA as their 5th starter. That's huge. Here's Flanagan, the 2-strike pitch, and that's going to be strike 3. They ring him up, and it's going to be 2 outs. Flanagan settling down. Mordecai, Mike Mordecai, the center fielder, batting .250, no home runs and no RBIs. That's going to be strike 1 at the knees. Very, very big, Flanagan. They're starting to be patient with Baltimore. And then I say that. It's going to be short. They're going to throw to first, and it's going to be an out. So here they go. Still my broccoli cooking. I shouldn't have had that going. We go to the 4th inning. I'll be back just in 1 second. I had that thing going for 3 hours and didn't realize it. The broccoli's out of it, but the stuff is still going. And here we go. This is going to be Sakata, Ripken, and Murray here in the top of the 4th inning. And that's going to be a strike here. Right down the middle. The way that the Orioles can come back, they need to score here before the 5th inning. They need to score a couple. And then they got to have a big inning. That's going to be a swing and a miss, 1-2. The 1-2 to Sakata. And that's going to be fouled off again. Top of the 4th inning, the Orioles don't have a hit, but they do have some walks. And that's going to be high, 2-2. Very big. Sakata, not a great hitter. That's going to be a shot. And it'll be second. Very safe, and Sakata runs it through. That's going to be an infield hit for, I don't think infield, they will say infield hit for Sakata. He has a stolen base. He's hitting 143. He's the second baseman. And now Sakata is on first. And here's Cal Ripken Jr. That's big. See, if you're trying to get 1 run, you want on Sakata on first. Because right now, if somebody hits a single, he can stretch that thing. It's going to be low 1-1 to Cal Ripken Jr. High and away, and that's Sakata. He'll get to second base. So Sakata goes to second. This is huge. Now, you need more than just 1 run. You can see Sakata right there. Pitch, that's going to be a little number. And Ripken is running to first. The throw to first, he's going to be safe. And it'll be first and third, and here comes Baltimore. Remember, Baltimore is an offensive powerhouse. So they can score runs and score quickly. And Eddie Murray. And the pitch, that's going to be fouled off. Remember last year when they played 1970? They played Marcelino Lopez, and he lost his streak of saves at 11. The 0-2 to Murray, nobody out. Struck him out, and they lost a big one. They needed Murray to sacrifice. He's a great hitter. Merker with the 4th strikeout, and here's Renicky. Renicky walked in his first time up. That's going to be a pitch, and it's going to be a strike. They're very patient here, and I think they should be more aggressive. 294, 2 home runs. That's going to be low, 1-1. They need a fly ball. They just need to get on the board, and they will get on the board. Maybe they throw to second, they get 1. They throw to first, they get 2, and that's the inning. They get 0. They get nothing. And Baltimore, all they get is just disgrace. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, the score, Atlanta 6 and Baltimore nothing. Well, look at this. Milwaukee trying to get their first win. The White Sox are 4-0. Milwaukee is 0-4. Milwaukee is winning. And here's Flanagan now. He's only thrown 13 pitches. Bottom of the 4th. It's going to be low ball 1. 6-0. His ERA has come down. Swing and a miss here. It'll be 1-1. For Atlanta, it's going to be Belliard, Tarasco, and Charlie Jones. It's going to be 2-1. Very big. The Braves, they want to keep going. It's going to be 3-1. They want to keep going here. The 3-1. It's going to be a strike, 3-2. With the full count, here's Belliard. That's going to be fouled again, still in play. This will be the 7th pitch. Flanagan. Fouled away again. So no outs. It seems like a butterfly effect at bat. Where one pitch, it's either going to be a walk and a big thing, a strike, and nothing. You're wondering, he reached for that one. Here's Ripken. He'll pick it up. They'll throw to first, and he's safe. No, he's out. I didn't see that, and it's going to be 1 out. He is out there. Okay. 1 out, and the Atlanta Braves go down there. So 1 ball on Tarasco. He's hitting 158. He's 1 for 2 today. That's going to be a shot to left field. He's 2 for 3. He's got a single there. Carrasco will stay at first, and you see the night sky and the roof there. So here's Flanagan going to Chipper Jones. Not Charlie. What the heck am I thinking? Charlie Jones. I'm thinking the announcer for NBC in the 1970s. I'm thinking Charlie O'Brien. But anyway, Chipper Jones, 350, has 3 home runs, 10 RBI. He's 2 for 2 today, a home run and 3 RBIs. That's going to be a pitch, a strike. Looking. That's going to be fouled back, 0-2 with an out. The 0-2. Struck him out, so he's down 2 for 3. A big strikeout for Flanagan. If they have hopes of winning this game, they got to stop Brian Klesko. Klesko is 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. Incredible day. Throw back to first, he's safe. He needs a single and a triple for a cycle. That's going to be left side foul. Usually you start talking cycle after the triple. That's the hardest thing to get. It's going to be foul again, the 0-2. It's going to be low ball 1. 1-2 with 2 outs. That's going to be to left field. And underneath it's going to be foul. So Ryan Klesko, he's going to have a 1-2 pitch against Flanagan. Low, and it'll be 2-2. In the bottom of the 4th inning, 6-0 Atlanta. It's going to be low, 3-2. Full count, 2 outs. You know, Tarasco's going to be moving. High and deep to right field. This could be 3. He's got a hat trick. He has a hat trick. 3 for 3. This is legendary. A legendary performance. Ryan Klesko with 3 home runs in 1 game. 3 for his first 3. And it's 8-0 Atlanta. This is legendary. This is all legendary. And Flanagan now, the players are going nuts. We're only in the bottom of the 4th inning. So there's a strike there to McGriff. McGriff has had to follow all this. Nobody on base and swings and misses, and maybe it's just superhuman. It's going to be ball 1. Maybe it's just Ryan Klesko being superhuman. Maybe not. The mistakes of the Baltimore pitchers. That's big. The pitch is going to be fouled back. 2-2 to McGriff, who's 1 for 2 today. Struck him out. But the real story today, Atlanta's Ryan Klesko. 3 at-bats, 3 home runs. He has a hat trick, and we're in the 4th inning. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, it's later on that we go to different games. These, during the first 90 games, are all showcase games. We get the best matchups, and we stick with them no matter what. And here's Ken Singleton now. But if Baltimore doesn't get at least 3 in the next 2 innings, then this thing is over. Kent Mercker has pitched a good day today. It's going to be 2-1. 2-1 to Singleton. It's going to be out. Oh, it's going to be a strike there. It gets it. Singleton 4 to Dan Dempsey. The 2-2 from Mercker. And inside ball 3, it'll be a full count to Singleton. This will be Merker's 56th pitch. And a strikeout by Singleton, and there's going to be 1 out. A really good day for Atlanta. See, you're not going to win every game like this, and you're going to win a lot. But all the teams are going to win 40, they're going to lose 40. It's those 22 in the middle, And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. There's Ford. And if you can get a big one like this one, that's one of those extras. It's going to be a strike again, 0-2. So Ford's 0 for 1 in this season with an RBI. That's going to be a strikeout again. Mercker has struck out 2 in this inning. He has been unbelievable so far. Now it's 8-0, but here comes Dempsey. Rick Dempsey 0 for 1, and this is really big. It's going to be a ball 1. This is incredible. They just can't get anything going. The 83 Orioles, finally Dempsey gets a base hit. The former Dodgers going for 2. They're going to throw to second, and he's going to be in there with a double. Finally, a base hit to the outfield instead of an infield hit. And here's Hernandez. Leo Hernandez, the 3rd baseman, 0 for 1 today. Philadelphia blowing out St. Louis of 11. Kent Mercker has a runner on second. That's going to be a high little blooper. Dempsey's not going to score. This thing will be caught, and that's going to end the inning. That's halfway through the game. We're on pace for a 16-0 Atlanta win, but it might settle down. It's 8-0 here. Bottom of the 5th inning, David Justice Lemke, and Charlie O'Brien. And when you take a look at games like this, Dave Little, good to see you. I hope you're coming back here, Dave. Very good. Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Justice Lemke and O'Brien. Reason why we're here, oh, that's going to be high. It's going to be ball one. Baltimore 69 is a good team. A lot of these Baltimore teams are good. Atlanta matches up well with them because Baltimore plays like a National League team. They have, oh, that's going to be high and deep to right field. They're just hitting home runs today. Like, I don't know where all this power came from. But Atlanta's up 9-0. David Justice with his first shot. And it is the Braves leading 9-0. It's going to be big here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Lemke, O'Brien, and Mordecai. What do you do? Flanagan is still in the game. That's going to be a strike. Going to keep Flanagan in because they know Jim Palmer. They know the starting first 2 pitchers. That's going to be out number 2. They can go 8 or 9 innings if they need it. Here's Flanagan now. That's going to be a strike. Flanagan. It's going to be ball one. 1-1. Charlie O'Brien, the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's not 1 and 2. Sorry, now it's 1 and 2. I was looking at Charlie O'Brien's 1 for 2 today. The pitch. And that's going to be a hard shot. Third to first. Oh, and that's going to be an error. Everything going wrong for Baltimore today. O'Brien's going to second base. You want to talk about everything going wrong. Oh my goodness. Everything going so wrong. And here comes O'Brien is on second base. Oh, this is Mordecai. So O'Brien is on second. Mordecai is here. That's going to be a hard shot to left field if it's fair. And it is, barely foul. They're just starting to tee off on Flanagan. It's going to be outside 1-1. Well, Flanagan is serving a purpose here. Atlanta, really a balanced team, and they have good pitching. Again, we said their 5th pitcher is the key. That's going to be a strikeout. Flanagan with his 5th. That's going to be 2 outs. Here comes Rafael Belliard. 0 for 2 today. That's going to be a curveball ball there. Flanagan, 53 pitches. That's going to be a strike, 1-1. So Belliard, the shortstop. That's going to be a hard shot. Third to first. This could be the inning. Go to the top of the 6th. Atlanta 9. Baltimore nothing. You figure that's 20 games. Atlanta is going to usually be the 5th game. They're going to be favorites. Now the question is, do you play other Atlanta teams on that 5th game? And there's the strikers. We go Bunbury, Sakata, and Cal Ripken. It's 9-0, and we're almost near the point. If they get nothing this inning, it's over, really. But they have that where you get 20 games where you do your 5th pitcher. And that's going to be to right field and a base hit. Lemke might be letting up a little bit in his pitching. And that's going to be a single top of the 6th inning. And here's Sakata, who's 1 for 2 today. And here's Len. And the throw to first, and he's going to be safe. Oh, you don't need that now. Chicago's taking a lead over Milwaukee. That's going to be a strike 1. They call that on the spot and not on the swing. And that could be a double play. Second to short, and he can't get out of his glove. That's going to be 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And Cal Ripken is 1 for 2. 20 games, let's say you meet the other Atlanta teams maybe, let's say once or twice. That's still 18 games. That's going to be safe. As Marker's still at first. Sakata's at first, sorry. And Sakata again, he's safe. But still, you have 18 games, you're going to be favorites. Let's say you go 14 and 4 in those games, which you can do because other teams have lesser pitchers. Unless your fifth has a bad day, which they might have 3 or 4 days because they're your fifth pitcher. But basically, they're pretty good. Merker throwing a shutout here. That's going to be a ball 2-1 to Cal Ripken. 1 for 2 today, a swing and a miss. It's going to be 2-2. Actually, they're going to call that a foul ball. 2-2 with an out. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be another strikeout for Kent Merker. Kent Merker is really looking good today. Merker has 7 strikeouts. So wow, no runs today. Here's Eddie Murray. Eddie early missed a sacrifice in the second inning. He's 0 for 2 today. There's a strike there in the upper right corner. Pitch again, it'll be 1-1. Oh yeah, this is the big one. It's going to be a ball outside. They throw to second base, and what is it? It's going to be an out. They get him. Not what you wanted. You don't want outs like that. Not base running. Now 9-0. You need lots of base hits. They go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score: Atlanta 9, Baltimore nothing. Carrasco, Jones, and Superman will be up. There are baseball games now, as Flanagan will remain in. It's 3 1/3 pitching so far. And that's going to be a hard shot to first, and that'll be Eddie Murray 1 out. I'll tell you that there are games that cease to be games. And now there are games that are pretty much poetry, or games that are there for a theme, or something like Hank Aaron's game when he hit 7-14, when he hit 7-15. Nobody remembers the final score against the Dodgers. They don't. And that's going to be to right field, and that'll drop for a base hit. So that's going to be another base hit. That's very big, as that's Chipper Jones, and here's Superman. And here it is. He's 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. And a new pitcher, Jim Palmer. And Jim Palmer is in. This is the tail end of his career. He's a reliever. And Jim Palmer, who has experience, is in to try and shut down Ryan Klesko. Klesko is having an night for the ages. This is definitely one of the top 3 or 4 regular season moments of the season. 3 for 3, 3 home runs. And let's see about Jim Palmer. And the pitch, it's going to be ball low and inside. He has a hat trick of homers. Chipper Jones going for the cycle, and that's going to be hard. He fouled off. His last home run was a full count. Pitch again inside, 2-1. Jim Palmer, what a task to start off with Klesko. And that's going to be fouled off again. You know he's going for the fences. Bottom of the 6th, 2 strike and another full count. So here we go. Here is the next full count with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Klesko. He's going to get a base hit opposite field, and he's 4 for 4, and he has 3 home runs. He's probably going to get number 1 for the day. Here's McGriff. So McGriff, Justice, and Lemke. We always called it the double play clause. Any pitch can be a double play that ends the inning. Let's go on first, Jones on second. Chipper Jones and Ryan Klesko, that's a duo. They're going to be good all year. That's going to be a ball. McGriff now, finally with people on base. It's going to be a strike 1-1. Jim Palmer wants to... That's going to be a hard shot to right field, and it's going to hit for a base hit. The question is, are they going to send anybody to score? And they don't, and the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. It's 9-0. Here comes David Justice. He could really do some damage here. Palmer, that's going to be a ball 1. Jones on third, Plesko on second, McGriff on first. You're going to hear that a lot of the time. It's going to be ball 2. 2-0 to David Justice here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to be a ball again, 3-0. They could make it 10-0. 3-0. It's going to be right down the middle, 3-1. Oh, this just doesn't look good for Jim Palmer. And that's going to be ball 4. It's 10-0. They walk home a run. When they walk home a run, it's going to be 10-0. Going to be a strike there. I mean, right now, here's Mark Lemke, 0 for 3. They could really run this game up. It's going to be a ball outside. Well, Atlanta, 10. Baltimore, nothing. That's going to be high to right field. And this one could be a sacrifice. They're going to throw it in. Nothing there, 2 outs. Here comes Charlie O'Brien. He is the announcer of Wheel of Fortune, but not this Charlie O'Brien. It's going to be a ball. Charlie O'Brien, the Wheel of Fortune. He's 1 for 3. It's his first day catching all year. That's going to be a strike. His first day catching, his first at-bats. That's going to be a rip to left field. That's going to score 1. Are they going to send another one? They are. No, they're not. They're only going to score 1. O'Brien gets an RBI. It's 11-0. My goodness. How do you get through this? A swing and a miss here by Mordecai. Everybody sees RBIs and numbers. It's going to be inside 1-1. That's the biggest blowout today. 2-1. I didn't expect this. This is a huge vindication for Atlanta. I don't know though. Blowouts, it's weird. Blowouts you always see. Well, we'll talk about this after this inning. It's 11-0 at the end of 6. MV, good to see you. Always good to see MV. Really good. Yeah, the camera angle is there. I found it, and I'm using it. You want to see the old ballpark. The other angle, you couldn't see the ballpark. It was just a pitcher and a batter in the turf. And grass is grass. Oh, look at Chicago leading Milwaukee. And Baltimore wins in 11. Oakland finding their bats. Atlanta 92. Yeah, Atlanta is really looking good today. Toronto at 92 might still be undefeated. So here we go as we're about ready to go for the 7th inning. And they're just keeping, that's going to be a strike. They're keeping Ken Merker out there, and the question is, can they keep their bullpen rested? That's a high pop fly for Eddie Murray. This could be gone, and it is, and her first run of the day is a home run by Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray has hit, that thing hit 472 feet, and he got all of that. It was almost a 500-footer, but each foot is exponentially harder to get. And Baltimore is on pace for 1,000,000 runs this inning, believe it or not, because they got a run with nobody out. But Eddie Murray with the home run as he comes back to the dugout. So they won't get shut out. Here's Gary Renicky. And that's going to be a ball. The one thing you got to wonder, though, you have to wonder, is that you have to, that's going to be a number to first, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be 1 out. Here's Singleton. Singleton, that's going to be a strike on the corner. Top of the 7th, 11-1. The pitch. That's going to be a little blooper, and that's going to be a base hit. So Baltimore again starting this. The thing is, though, you want to save your bullpen, but you don't want Baltimore coming back. You don't care if it's 11-5 or 11-6, but you don't want them making 11-7, and all of a sudden you bring in relievers and they start struggling because they have the lineup to do it. They're still far away from this, as here's Dan Ford. Danny Ford to DH. He's 0 for 2 today. That's going to be inside, 1-1. It's going to be 1-1. It's going to be outside. It'll be 2-1. 11-1, Atlanta leads. That's going to be low. A little blooper. Is this going to hit the ground? No, it won't. It'll be caught. It's going to be 2 outs. And here's Dempsey. Rick Dempsey. That's going to be on the outside. A strike. Strike here. The pitch. It's going to be low and in the dirt. Ball 1. 11-1. And they're just hacking at anything. Give them a sickle and go say, hey, go into the wheat field, or scythe, or whatever you call it. You get a lot of wheat, just swing them away, you know. So it's going to be 2-2. And he strikes him out, and Baltimore is just nothing big here. The 7th inning stretch. They don't finish it, so we will. Here's a real 7th inning stretch. Well, there you go, a real 7th inning stretch. That one was only half the music, as you have Belliard, Tarasco, and Jones coming up. And that's going to be a high pop fly. And it'll be the third baseman right there making the catch. That'll be 1 out. That's Hernandez. Bottom of the 7th. They got to start getting people in, quite frankly. Tarasco, the DH. I mean, you want to give people off, but you also want to make it so, you know, everybody gets their, you know, time in. You want to give rest, and that's going to be fouled again. You want to give rest, but you want to make sure that it's going to be a strike 1 and 2. You want to make sure it's not too early that you give your rest. That's a strikeout too. Again, when somebody's struggling, the players do want you want your stats. You want to get in the groove. And that's what Atlanta did today. As Chipper Jones is 3 for 4. He has I think a double, a home run, and a single. He needs a triple. He's got a cycle if he gets it. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Outside, or close to they're just pitching outside. 2-0, Jimmy Palmer. It's going to be low. They're staying away from him. They're going to maybe walk him, the 3-0. That's going to be a strike, 3-1. Jimmy, 4-1. So Palmer walks his second batter, and here comes superhuman Ryan Klesko. Superhuman, 4 for 4, with 3 home runs and 5 RBI. If he hits a 4th, I'm going to go through the roof. So I will go through the roof, literally. He has 3 home runs today. And if he hits a 4th, it's going to be magical, and everybody knows it. So throw to first, he's safe. Oh, they know this is a magical at-bat, regular season early. You don't get feelings like this. That's going to be a pitch away, ball 1, staying away. Oh, that was a meatball. That was that was a little outside, but he had the power to do it. Chipper Jones is on first. Oh, trying to hit, and he's going to get maybe a base hit. It's going to be picked up. The throw to second, and they're going to say he's out. Oh, that was a close play. Might have been saved. So that is the first, maybe the second. I don't know what he is. All I know is he still has 3 home runs. It's been a heck of a day. It's 11-1. We go to the top of the 8th here. Comes Hernandez, Bunbury, and Sakata. If you're wondering why we stick with blowout games, and there's going to be a base hit. And going on first with nobody out. And that's big for Baltimore. If they're going to, they need like 5 runs to be in this game. If Baltimore, the reason why we stick is the first 90 out of 102 games, we're going to stick with 1 game. Then we're going to just broadcast days, not games. And we're going to get the close ones. That means something. Because you can't pick 1 and just go with it when many games are going to mean things. And we might stick with 1. But like last year, we'll go from game to game. But here you stick with 1, and that's going to be fouled back, 1 and 2. So Bunbury, Sakata, and Ripken. That's going to be away 2 and 2. Bunbury hitting .467 on the year. He's going to foul it off again. Kent Merker trying to go the full distance. It's going to be 3 and 2, the full count. If he lets a couple people on, it might pull him. That's going to be fouled again. Merker has only thrown 98. This will be his 99. And fouled again. He's lacking the oomph to get that 3rd strike. It's 3-2 Merker. That's going to be fouled again, and that really moves up his pitch count. The 10th pitch. It's ball 4 and they walk him. Are they going to keep in Merker? Let's see what Bobby Cox does, and they got a new pitcher, Terry Clark. So Kent Merker, what a game. What a game. And John Lowenstein will be the pinch hitter. 2 on. You got to make sure they don't make it 11-5. That's the big thing. They got nobody out. Maybe with 2 outs, you'd allow them to go. And that's going to be a strike. John Lowenstein, the pinch hitter, and that's going to be a ball inside. So pitching is Terry Clark. And that's going to be a strike. He takes that, 1 and 2. Big that they get an out. That's going to be outside, 2 and 2. They load the bases up for Cal Ripken. You got to watch out. That's a hard shot. They'll go to second, and they'll go to first, and Lowenstein hits into a double play. So any sort of hope in doing anything is over. That's 2 outs for Ripken. Oh, my goodness. That'll be a strike. Way to shoot yourselves in the foot. The Orioles today really never in it at all. They had a little bit of a blurb in the top of the second, and the bottom of the second they were done for. I think they got their first hit in the top of the 4th. All of this is what-if scenarios, no real tension. The 1-2 to Ripken. And that's going to be a little number picked up. And thrown to first, and that was easy, and that ends the inning. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, it is 11-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. No real drama left. So they're going to have to bat around for Klesko to come up and try for his 4th home run. McGriff now will be up, and that's going to be a swing and a miss there. Atlanta's showing everybody with their 5th pitcher. They're showing how good they are. I look at this Braves team to really be a force, a real force when you come down the season. They're going to be 4-1 after this game. A strikeout there, Palmer with his 2nd. And here comes Tippy Martinez. Tippy will come in to get the last 2 outs. That's going to be a strike. So Tippy Martinez, they're going to come in here, and that's going to be a hard shot. Second to first, 2 outs. Fulton County Stadium, bottom of the 8th inning, 2 outs. The Braves are just a good team. It's going to be a strike. Look at the Nationals. I kept calling them the Senators. Nationals are a powerhouse of a team. Short to first, and that's going to end the inning, and that's it for Atlanta batting today. 3 more outs, and we're out of this mess. Let's go to some out-of-town scores to take a look at some of them. Philadelphia 1980 looking very good. They've been in all their games, so they've been blowing out. They're going to be a tough team. If they make the playoffs, they're going to be a tough team to beat. If they do, they're going to be a real tough team. They're one of those teams you hope is 17th or 18th. You hope they don't even make the tiebreaker game. New York of 86 loses. Like, seriously, I never thought that the 86 Mets, I mean, the Pirates look so good, they win 6-3. But this is the last of the 9th in a game that's not even close. Terry Clark. They're just throwing anybody in there to get the 3 outs. And Eddie Murray 1 for 3 with a home run and an RBI, the only one of the game for the Orioles. The Orioles have to just sit back and see what happens. Offensively, not too much. Defensively, not too much. That's the first base. Fred McGriff, 1 out. And right here, they're just trying to end this game, and the fans stayed because they want to see this unbelievable performance. It was supposed to be a good game. It was supposed to be the game of the day. The pitch. It's going to be outside, 1-2. 1-2. They'll be low 2-2. I think it's going to be a shot foul. This is Renicky, who's 0 for 2 today. Renicky, and that's going to be low, full count. Renicky and Singleton. So Renicky just got all of that. That's not even close. Renicky hits it out. I saw that right off the bat. Everybody else did. And Gary Renicky, 369 feet. They get a second run. So Eddie Murray and Gary Renicky both have single shots, solo shots. That's 11-2, and at least there's some good at-bats. They're just swinging for the fences now. And Terry Clark, not the greatest of pitchers. That's going to be outside, ball 1. This is the thing. Even if the ball's on a tee, there's Ken Singleton. You're going to make enough mistakes. I don't know if you'd ever get 9 runs. That's going to be a hard shot to left field, Singleton. And this one will be caught 2 outs here in Fulton County Stadium. 2 outs and 1 more. It's going to be Ford the DH. Straight up, and what a catch the line drive, and that ends the game. That ends the game in Atlanta with an 11-2 win. You can see that they are pumping their fists. They know that they just created a really good feat. That was something that was good. Klesko's 2-run homer, Chipper Jones's 3-run home run, and Klesko the 2-run home run, and that did it in the 4th inning. That made it 8-0. Ryan Klesko, who was 4 for 5 with 3 home runs and 5 RBI. Yeah, he's player of the game. He's easily going to be number 1 and one of the best performances all year. Unbelievable. 3 home runs. That's incredible. And he is up, Klesko, to 4 in a year, so only had 1 before the day. Ken Merker, 65 pitching. Ramirez was absolutely awful. He got a 9 out of 100. Not 9 out of 10, 9 out of 100. Ryan Klesko, so far, holds the most home runs in the Nick Leahy League. Most home runs in a game with 3. And the Nick Leahy League regular season game for scoring runs with 4. I know it's early, but really only 128 pitches for Atlanta. Very efficient. And let's see, this is 106, 147, 151 to 128 in pitches. But Baltimore 151 and Atlanta 128. All right, that's going to be it for us today. Let's take a look at the scores and take a look at the different. Take a look at all the scores for us today. And let's see where everybody is and the stats. So here we go. The Blue Jays 6-3 winners. The Diamondbacks get their first win. Boston loses 75 to the Dodgers is 78. The Yankees beat the 91 Twins. The Pirates get beat by the Tigers. They go to 4-1. The Red Sox win. They come back from 2 down. In the bottom of the 7th inning and they win. The bottom of the 8th inning, they're down 2. Cleveland wins. Cincinnati, they win in 10 innings against Atlanta. The game you saw, Atlanta is now 4-1. Baltimore is 4-1. The Yankees are 4-1 in 1976. Remember, they started out really good to last year and then fell. The Nationals actually aren't losing games like they did last year. They're winning these games, and they're 4-1. A good start. They could be dangerous. The 80 Phillies won 12-6. They're 3-2. They've been in all their games, so they've blown out other teams. The Yankees won. The 72 Pirates beat the 69 Mets, ending their skid. They are 3-2 now. The Indians are 3-2. The Marlins get their second win, and now they have Kevin Brown tomorrow. So that might be a big one. They might be able to go 3-3 after a bad start. The Oakland A's, the Toronto Blue Jays in '93 are 1-4. The Oakland A's won 13-10 in a slow pitch softball game. Oakland A's are 4-1. The Yankees of 81 are 4-1. They win 5-1. The 89 Giants won their second straight. Look at them. So they'll be good. The Padres are now 2-3. The Philadelphia A's 5-1 over the Royals. They win. And again, they're hitting very well. The Giants beat the Reds. The Reds, well, when you lose, it's hard to beat them. The Brewers get their first win. As they were down 11-7 in the bottom of the 8th inning, they get 6 runs against the formerly undefeated White Sox. Will that start a skid? The Oakland A's, they win. They go 2-3. The Oakland A's is 74, go 3-2. The Darren King League games, Atlanta, they're 3-2. We take a look. The Dodgers win. The 72 A's are getting a lot of hits. They're 4-1. Detroit is still winless. The 15 Mets win. The Braves of 92 win. The Orioles are 4-1. In 1971, they won in 11. They won in 11 innings. Baltimore 69 is also 4-1. The Mets are now 4-1 of 2000 after the 84 Tigers won their second in a row. The Red Sox beat the Phillies 6-4. So the 83 Phillies are 1-4, but they're a good team. Cincinnati beat the 98 Padres. So the Cardinals won 10-5. The Cardinals are 4-1. The Pirates won 6-3. So the dysfunctional family beat the undefeated Mets 6-3. Very good. They led 4-0 at home. In 10 innings, the Yankees win. I need to save this in case the power goes out, which already always happens. And then I end up throwing something. Here it is. So where are we? We are right here. The New York Yankees beat the 79 Orioles. And the 70 Orioles lose their first game to the 70 Reds. Of course, they're on the road. The 73 Mets beat the 2020 Rays. Remember, they have a six run win there. And the Rays are now 0-5. Boston is 3-2 as they win 4-1. The Indians have knocked down the Reds. They were 3-0. Now they're 3-2. The Indians are also 3-2. The Royals are 2-3. They win again. They beat the Yankees. The Tampa Bay Rays of 2008, they lose to Chicago. Chicago's 4-1. The 17 Astros in the Derby, they lose to the 19 Astros. 19 Astros picking up their first win. Oh, the Minnesota Twins have 2 wins. And the Braves beat them in 10 innings. The Twins battled back. They almost had a winning record, which would have shocked the heck out of me. The Oakland A's have a winning record of 88. They have a winning record of 89. And they have a winning record in 1990. So it's a good franchise there. The second triplet of Oakland A's. Though only 89 has a world championship. The Dodgers is 77 are 4-1. They win in 10 innings. And the Dodgers of 81, they're 3-2. As the Rangers lose their first. And Boston 4-1 and the Giants 2-3. Not many left. Let's take a look at the standings. There are no undefeated teams left. They all lost. They all lost. No undefeated teams. No, yeah, there might be. No, there's no undefeated teams. So the Philadelphia A's are ranked first. So they are ranked first. And you can see them. They look good. So 3-2 seems to be the record near for the playoffs. So yeah, it is 3-2 the record for the playoffs. But I wouldn't want to be in that tiebreaker mess if that ever happened. That's quickly looking at the statistics and the teams that are the people that are leading. Mickey Cochran hitting .714. Hamilton with 5 home runs still. Brian Klesko's in that. Hamilton with 11 RBI. And you take a look at that pitching. The strikeouts still Moose Haas. The innings pitched still Madison Baumgartner. Complete game Steve Blass has won. The biggest one I would say are the saves. Armando Benitez with 3 saves. The streak, you take a look at hitting streak. Edgardo Alfonso with 5, a few people with 5. Scoring streak, a few people. Home run streak, right now Scott Rowland of the 04 St. Louis Cardinals has a 4-game home run streak. Paul Blair, an RBI streak, he has 5. Armando Benitez, the save streak, he has 3. And Raleigh Eastwick, a winning streak, he has 2 for Cincinnati. Of 75, he also has 2 game losing streak, as Cincinnati is 76. So that's going to be it for us today. As we take a look at tomorrow, number 1 actually performance of the day, Deion Sanders. 4 of 5, 2 home runs, a triple, and a single. He hit the cycle. 5 RBI, he scored 4 runs, and he walked. He hit the cycle. Deion Sanders of 1992. Klesko is number 2, and Cecil Cooper with 2 home runs is number 3. Looking forward to tomorrow. We're getting into this stage where you're going to see a lot of evening out of records. I don't know who we're going to have. We're going to move down the list. I mean, there's a lot of different teams you're going to have. Oh, the Pirates of 72 out of the Oakland A's of 1990. That's one. Oh, the Yankees at the Athletics. We might have that one. That might be a heck of a one. Greg Maddux at 95 at Philadelphia. Baltimore of 83 trying to get back on. Boddicker okay. And the Marlins and Blue Jays. Kevin Brown had a horrible first game. Oh, look at Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Both 4-1. Doc Ellis against Don Gullett. That might be a really good game in Cincinnati. Two 4-1 teams. We might have that one. Then you look down and down more to Kansas City at Chicago White Sox. Donna Ventura against Mark Burley. Los Angeles and New York, Oakland and LA. Pittsburgh is 79 and the Orioles is 79. Don Robinson against Mike Flanagan. Well, that's going to be interesting. We might go to that one. Baltimore, Philadelphia. The Mets and the Yankees. Oh, those are big. The Reds are 3-2, Cleveland and Oakland. Houston and Texas. Anaheim and Los Angeles. The inner city rivalry there. And the 88 Dodgers are 1-4. Surprising how bad they are, but you're playing a lot of really good teams. So the Detroit Tigers trying to come back tomorrow against 77 Dodgers. All right, that's going to be it for us today. That's it. That's it for us today. Thank you for tuning in. Check out the website for all your stats and figures and facts and everything. We'll see you tomorrow.